How y'all doing? I am back again. We are not decluttering anymore. It is just you and me and not my hands. My hands are here, but still, you know, we're not gonna be just talking to my hands right now. We're gonna be doing this. Today's video, we are going to be talking about my favorite things that I tried in 2024. So that just means anything I tried in 2024, it can be on this list. It doesn't matter if it came out this year or if it didn't. Well, we're in 2025, my bad. If it came out that year, it just depends on did I like it that year. These are just a couple of those items. If you are wondering what's on my eyes today, it is the Aptly in Love palette. I got it on a discount from Ulta, which is the only way I was gonna buy that because there was no way I was paying that much money for this palette, but it's actually quite pretty. Dang, can't believe, wow. It's actually quite pretty. I'm surprised. I also used a new bronzer and a new lipstick. Well, it's not new, just these are all backlogged. But I used a powder bronzer from Colourpop, and then I used these like Power Pout ones. This is in Just Barely. I like it. I think it's cute. It's like a very like nudie color. Nudie color. I like it so far, but I kind of like some matte products that smell eerily like fruity chocolate. But those are just the new things I tried today on the face, if you were wondering. But let's get on with the show. Starting with primer. My favorite primer was something I tried at the end of the year, but I'm starting to really love. And it is this sunscreen stick. I got it in the Yes Style Advent Calendar. I just think it is super easy to put on the sunscreen because it's in the stick form. All you do is just swipe it on your face like that. I feel like it is not messed with any of my foundations, which I find is very good. And it gives me SPF 50, which is always a plus. You know, I pretty much use sunscreens as primers. Every once in a while, I use my e.l.f. Hydro Grip, or no, that is Milk Hydro Grip. I use the e.l.f. Grippy one or the Milk one, but the sunscreen, I'm getting back into the sunscreen because I'm going out a little bit more, but this has been really nice. I like it. It feels good on the skin and it's not messing with anything under it. So happy that I got to try this at the very end of the year. Next, we are going down. We are going to go to brows. If I can figure out where I put my brow. Okay, there we go. So my favorite brow product this year is the Benefit Gimme Brow in 3. My color is 3. I feel like it is a good color for my brows. I feel like it gives a good color. It holds my brows pretty well. I am having a bad brow day, to be quite honest. So if you see me fixing my brows, which I'm doing right now, it is because my brows do not want to cooperate today. And it's just been one of those days where I can't get my brows to look exactly how I want them. So it's not the product's fault. It is my brow's fault. But I like this. The color matches really well. I feel like for the most part it holds unless I am having like a really bad brow day. But I like this a lot. Runner up was the NYX brow glue. The tinted brow glue in medium brown. I liked that too. I felt both did what it was supposed to do on my face, but I'm picky about brow products, but brow products are not my favorite. So whatever I can get one and done, I'm gonna get one and done. Next is the Supergoop Protectint. As you can see, I have used half that sucker. Like I have really used this product this year. I bought it at the first Sephora sale and I am loving it. I am in 10 in and I have used this over the summer, but I also have used it without the summer months. And I feel like it gives a nice tint to the skin. It plays well with my primers. It plays well with any of my concealers that I use with it. Nothing kind of screws with it. My powders work perfectly. Like, it is just one of those products that I have been able to use with just about everything in my collection, and it works well with it. Anything that's tried and true. Now, if I'm playing with new stuff, sometimes the powder doesn't react well to it, but this plays nicely with all my favorite products, so I really like it. Like I said, I've used half of it, which is wild. I don't think I've ever loved a foundation that much. Well, one. There was an e.l.f. foundation I really loved that I actually used up a couple of times. But Supergoop Protectint, SPF 50, great time. This one is definitely a little light, but I realized the next shade up is not gonna be much better. So I'm fine with this and just warming it up with other products. Or not warming it up, because, you know, I sometimes don't like to warm up my face. I like to be a cool fish. Thank you, Teresa, for that line. But the Supergoop Protectint is one of my favorites, hands down. All right, we'll go into concealer next. The next is the Kulfi Concealer in Badaam. That's my color. This is what it looks like. I love this. It is so creamy, but not too creamy. It matches my skin tone well, so I can put it where I want to spot conceal, because I'm having so much fun, as you can see, with like acne and red spots and things like that. This is the same skin tone as me, but it is also the great for my under eyes. I just love the color. I love how it feels. I love how it applies. This is one of my favorite concealers, and I use this almost every time. Like, I have to force myself not to use this and to use other products. Like, I still love my Ulta concealer, but this one this year has been a top favorite. So definitely love this one. Okay, my next one is my eye primer, and it was a tough battle, but this one ultimately won out because of the color. So this is the Melt Liquid Eyeshadow in Base, and this one is in, let's see if I can read. I have it upside down. Ultra White. Ultra White is my favorite because it dries down, it stays in place, it's not moving around, it always brightens my eyeshadow. I like working with white just a little bit more than skin tone when I play with color, because I feel like it makes it pop so much more. This does not crease on me. If anything's gonna crease on it, it's gonna be the eyeshadow, not the base. And I think it is so great. It comes on this little like kind of spatula, not quite a doe foot, but it comes on this right here. And you can apply it to your little palette. You can apply it. I didn't put on eye primer today. I just realized that. Wow, Too Faced, okay. The fact that Too Faced showed up this well and I didn't put an eye primer on today, that's the step I was missing. Okay, but this one is great, especially when I love to play with color. This one just ultimately does it for me. The Denona Myricks Color Fix is really good too, and if I get that in a white, maybe it'll surpass this, but this one I like to use just a little bit more than the Denona Myricks, so thank you, Melt. I don't have an eyeshadow palette because I'm gonna make a whole kind of another video about some of my favorite palettes this year, and I don't want to include it in here. So we're gonna continue on with mascara. Now, this was gifted to me. I did get this in a gift. I applied for their competition, didn't win, but they were so kind to send a box of Covergirl goodies, and this was in it. This is the Waterproof Lash Blast Cleantopia Mascara. This is what it looks like. I have mine in black brown, and I love this for just a natural day. First off, I love waterproof mascaras. I like the wand. I feel like it grips my lashes really well. I like this for more of a natural look than for, you know, bold black lashes. I feel like this just looks a little bit more natural and goes with some of my more toned down looks. I like this. It holds my curl as well, which I appreciate. I've really upped my lash game this year, especially with my Shiseido eyelash curler. Plus my waterproof mascara's really been a game changer. And this one has been great for those natural days. I did love the Essence Lash Princess and I did love Blend Bunny, but this one takes the cake in this one. So, Covergirl, Cleantopia. All right, going in with bronzer. We're gonna start with the bronze. So I don't have a powder and cream version of these because I don't play with enough bronzers to have both. But I did love this Colourpop bronze stick. I really love the stick formulas that Colourpop made. This is in Laguna Beach. It is a little darker than I think I would normally go for, but it blends out really well. It kind of just blends into the face a little bit and gives that more bronzy look if that's what you're looking for. I like the cream products, especially in bronzers, a little better just because I feel like I have more control than I do with a powder. But this has been good. It's it's emollient on the face and you can blend it as much as you want kind of deal, but it's not going to slip and slide everywhere. Like it will stay where you want it to stay, but you do have some playtime to get it to where you want it. And I think it is just a beautiful product. Colourpop did amazing with these sticks. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna do the blush stick as well. Creamy, emollient, have some playtime, goes where you want it to go. Beautiful colors. This one's Mini Me, which is like this watermelon shade. And I think it is so gosh darn pretty, especially during the summer. I just love these. Also, the packaging feels a little better than some of the other packaging I've seen from Colourpop and their complexion products. So, like these a lot. All right, contour. My favorite is the Milk Stick. I think this is the one I have just used the most this year. Like, she's been used and abused kind of deal. And I feel like it just looks the best on my skin. I don't have a powder contour because I didn't play with enough powder contours to have an opinion, but this Milk makeup stick has just been one of my favorites. It's the one I gravitate to at the end of the day. Like I've played with other contours, but this one just catches me every time. Every time I want to use this one, or I want to use the Too Cool art class one, but that one I tried before the new year, so this one is the favorite for this year. Good little Milk Stick. Blushes. And this is gonna surprised me, pretty much surprised me this year. The Nars blushes have really taken my heart. So as you can see, they are in different packaging. One is the talc-free formula, one is the talc formula. I bought it before they changed up the formula, but both formulas are good. I like both. I have one in Throat. D-Throat is what we're gonna call that. And the other one's in Impassioned. They're two kind of different colors. Impassioned is this like pinky orchid color, while D-Throat is this kind of peachy pink color. I think they are they're not super pigmented. You can build them up, but they have a nice look on the face. This one's a little bit more sheen, but this one is definitely more matte. I feel like this one's great for more neutral days, and this one kind of gives a little bit more warmth to the face than your typical like pink, kind of different from Impassioned. I feel like both are just good for different times. They show up on my skin, they're buildable, which I like in a blush and bronzer. I don't want it to be too buildable, but I don't want it to pick it up in too much pigment. These I just feel like have looked the best, and I have been reaching for Impassioned ever since I bought it. Like I keep reaching for it. Today I did use D-Throat, but these have been great. Love these. Lip products. The ones that I have loved the most this year are the NYX Lingerie XXL. These two colors are Max Out and Flaunt It. And I just feel like they have a good formula. They have a wide range of colors, like so many colors. I feel like the formula is good. It does not budge. This does not budge. I am scared to swatch these because they do not budge. Do not take the word of the packaging. This is one of those things where you just need to swatch it and see how you like the color, because the color inside doesn't quite match the outside color. But when I say this won't budge, this takes some pretty heavy duty to make it budge. And I appreciate that, especially when I need a long wearing nude color. Well, these aren't nude. These are like pinky colors, pinky mauve colors. Just a fun kind of pink color. I like these. I feel like they're pretty comfortable for being a matte lipstick. I'm not gonna say they're the most comfortable thing on the planet, but I think they're pretty comfortable for what they are. So I like these a lot. I've been waiting to try them for a long time, and I finally got the chance, and I like them. So favorite lipstick. My favorite lip liner of the year, and this I got at Sephora. This is the Natasha Denona Berry Pop Lip Crayon. First off, I love the lip crayon. I think it is such a good formula. I like the color payoff. I like that this is sharpenable. There's precision to it. I like it a lot. I also love the color of this. The color of this is so freaking pretty. I wish I had this in a lipstick because I want to just put this all over my lips, especially when I want like a berry red color like this. This is it. So pretty. So pretty. All right, so it's been a minute, but I'm back and we're gonna continue with this list if it kills me or not. So my next product is powder, and I know this isn't like technically a powder. Everyone promotes it as a powder, but it's technically a powder foundation. It's the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Foundation. I don't remember what shade I'm in anymore because when I took off the label thing, it ripped off the shade, which is supposed to be right there, but it's the lightest shade. If you look for hella pale on the shelf, that is my shade. And as you can see, if I can open it, I've hit pan. That's how much I use this. I love that, first off, it's a foundation, but it's a setting powder at the same time kind of deal. Because all I do is I use like a brush, like a fluffier brush, dip it in, tap it off, and then I just put it on the areas that I want a little bit more mattifying, but want a little bit more coverage. So I'll usually do it like on the forehead, on the chin, maybe down here where I move down the foundation, but then and maybe the nose. And then with the cheeks, I'll use like a translucent powder so it doesn't like mess up the color, because I don't want to dampen the color unless I do want to dampen the color. Then I'll use this on the cheeks. And I don't use it under the eyes as much, but I think it is a great face powder. I absolutely love this. Like I said, I have panned it. It is one of my favorite setting powders because I feel like it just lasts longer than my other stuff, to be quite honest. Like I'm looking at my face and my chin has stayed pretty well. My nose has stayed pretty well, in my forehead, and those are usually my problem areas. This usually keeps everything together a lot better than some of my other stuff. So this is just one of my favorites. I was close on the Makeup by Mario. I discovered that pretty close to the end of last year, but the Makeup by Mario I really love under the eyes. And even though I've used it a lot, this one I've used more. This one I kind of gravitate to more than I gravitate to the Makeup by Mario, just on principle. So this one's my favorite. Plus, I like a colored powder. Do I like a translucent powder? Of course. But I do like powders with a little bit of color. That is the Maybelline 24 Hour. Oh, if you have super dry skin though, I would not recommend that. I have very oily skin, so it works really well on me. But if you have dry skin, maybe not your bag there. Setting spray. It's the Milani Make It Last. As you can see, we are at the bottom. So with setting sprays, of course there are ones I like, but there's very few I dislike. You have to be really bad or for me to not see anything happening for me to not like a setting spray and use it up. Hence the NYX Marshmallow one. But the Milani Make It Last, I keep reaching for it because I feel like it refreshes my face and revitalize it after I use powder. So I don't look completely matte, but I still have the lasting power. It definitely gives off a natural finish to the face, and it does hydrate. Yes, it definitely does hydrate. I also like the smell of it. It's got kind of like a perfumey smell to it. So if you don't like scent, it doesn't stay. It like you smell it when you first put it on and then it kind of goes away. So you wouldn't have to like smell it on your face the whole day, because that would be annoying if you had to smell it all day. But this is just one of my favorites, and it's from the drugstore. I love the one size, but it's also so pricey. I've used a lot of that one as well. It's pretty pricey. So if we're looking for something a little bit more affordable that I use the crap out of, because look at that. Look, I'm at the bottom. This is the one I would go to that I tried this year. This one for sure. Right, lip glosses. I left one of mine in the other room, but I kind of discovered these this year and I am in love with them. They're the Kiko Milano Hydra Glosses. I have 4 shades, but I only have 3 right here. I have 27, 5, and 41. They look like these. And I love how these feel on the lips. Like, I still have some remnants of the one I put on like a few hours ago. And I've been talking, I've been drinking, things like that, and it's still on my lips. I just think they're super hydrating. They look so pretty on the lips. The doe foot picks up a good bit of product, so you're not fighting the lip gloss for more product. And I think they just look really nice. They're not super shimmery on the lips. They're not super pigmented on the lips. So it just adds a tint of that color without going full pigment on your lips. So if you're just looking for something that leaves a shine but isn't too glittery, too colorful, I would recommend these. They're just so nice and feel awesome on my lips. And from the lipsticks I've tried them with, they don't break apart my lipstick. So I noticed that some of the more watery ones will break apart my lipstick. These do not. Like, my lipstick is still there. Lip liner's still there. Like, it's all there. This didn't break down any of my lipstick. So these I am definitely in love with. My sister got me 2 shades. One's like a bronzy pink, and then this purple one that I have been wanting. Oh, it looks so pretty. I have a lipstick that I think it's gonna go perfect with. So I am so excited to try that combo at some point. Then we have our final thing, our highlighter. And I'm gonna cheat a little with this one, just a little bit. I'm cheating a little bit with this one. It's a palette, but I think a lot of people underestimated this one, and I think it is gorgeous. I love these highlighters. I think they are so pretty. They are such a statement. And that is the Celestial Lights from Fantasy Cosmetica. It has 3 shades in it. They are Dancing Lights, Whirlwind, and Dark Star. And they are so pretty. Like, look at that. There's this peachy one, this pinky one, and this purple one. And everyone was saying online that they're just not highlighter material, that they're gonna be too pigmented and whatnot. I think they work just fine. The purple probably is a little too deep for me because I am very pale. Not much color here. But the peach and the pink work fine for me. And I think if you're not using like a super subtle blush, like today I am wearing a very subtle like blush. But if you are using something a little bit more pigmented, it doesn't have to be super pigmented. It just needs to be like more than this like little wash of color I got going on today. These work fine. Like if you don't use a highly packed brush, like if you use something fluffy like this, I think you can still get a beautiful payoff. So it just depends on the tools you use for these. But I think these are just so pretty. I think Fantasy Cosmetica did such a good job. You can definitely make them more impactful on the skin by using a more packed brush. But I like these. I think people didn't give these enough of a shot. But runner-up, that Snoopy highlighter from the Christmas collection from Profusion, chef's kiss, beautiful white highlighter. If you are any darker than me, you may not like it as much because it is very white, very sparkly, very Badaam 2016 highlighter, but it is so pretty. And it's such an affordable price. Frickin' love that highlighter. And it came in such cute packaging. But these are the ones I definitely would recommend. And if they made single shades of these, like if it's just not like a palette, do they make singles of this? I need to go look that up. If they make singles of this, I would buy these in a heartbeat. These are so good. Love them. And that's that. That is my top products from 2024. My most favorite products from 2024. It was hard because there's a lot of good products that came out. There's also a lot of bad products that came out. And like, I want to talk about all of them. Like, I want to tell you about every good thing I found, but I had to limit myself. I'm a Libra. We got to balance things out. So hopefully next week we will have a list of what I didn't like in 2024. So I know I had the products in my hand for this one, but for the most hated products of 2024, I may not have the products anymore because I just did a declutter. Probably should have thought about that before I did this, but whatever. We're here. It's all good. We'll figure it out. But thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to follow my Instagram channel. It is CAPT_IVATING_makeup. That is Captivating Makeup with 2 underscores. Tell me, what were your favorite products of 2024? What are your favorite products in general? I am dying to know. Dying. Oh, I can't take myself seriously. But again, I really appreciate all of you watching and continuing to watching and coming back every week. It means a lot. So thank y'all who consistently watch. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you in another one. Bye.